All right, so we just printed the message. So we're actually logging the message. That's why I had to show you console.log first, so that you understand whenever we log something. I'm not going to use alert. I mean, those things they always annoy me. Like if you, let me show you what the alert looks like. Maybe you might not know. So instead of a console, then we can use alert. I always find it annoying. This is the alert. So I don't like this basically. I never use alert boxes to pass something. All right. So we can just say console message. All right. So let's have a look there. And now if we press F12, then it does say uncaught type error. Console is not a function because why? I forgot to say log. Like I told you that if there's anything wrong in your JavaScript, then it's not, because it's case sensitive. First of all, it's case sensitive. It's not gonna run. Nothing is gonna run. Your program is not gonna run. All right. So I forgot to say log there. So if we go back now, we can see the message that we're passing through, and this message is stored where? In the variable. But I can, because this data varies, I can go back and change this. So I can go back and say message is let's see, please feed the dog. Please feed the dog, or please don't forget to feed the dog. Please don't. All right, so we can't really use the apostrophe here for don't, so we have to put a backslash. Please don't forget to feed the dog. Now let's print out the message again. So I'm going to say console.log message. Now if I go and check here, and then you can see that, oh, my spelling, oh my word, you guys, you don't say anything about the spelling. But anyway, so you can see now the data is varying. So now the message is storing something else. It's no longer storing please do them dishes and clean the house. It's storing something else. So it's storing please don't forget to feed the dog. You see now. So meaning that's why they're called variables, because the data that is stored there is actually it varies. All right. So I can also like store. I can say let's say let name or first name. Let's say if let first name equals Maria, and then let last name equals whatnot. Okay. So now we can print them both as a full name. So we can say, we can actually say let full name. All right, let full name equals first name plus last name. Now if we console log that, if we say console.log full name, then we should get Maria whatnot. So let's have a look. So if we go back here, then we're getting, there's no space here. You see now, there's actually no space. So how do we solve that? We solve it by just saying plus a space, something like that, an empty string. All right. So this is also called concatenation. I think we might wanna have like a space like this here. So if we go there, then we can see Maria whatnot. You see now how variables are so important. Variables are such important. I'm going to show you now how we can actually use it in the next example, how we can use the variables. Now let's look at the constances. So the constants, if I have a constant age, right? First, with a constant, I cannot initialize it. I cannot say const age. All right. So if I say I have to store a value when I set the constant, when I create a constant, I have to store a value there. So if I go console log age, all right, it's probably going to give me a nasty error. So let's look at that. So it's just saying uncaught syntax, meaning missing initializer in a constant declaration, meaning I have to store a value when I set a constant. So now you see now the difference between let and constants is, all right. So I have to, it's important that I store a value on the constants. You see what I was saying about the errors as well, is that everything now stopped running. Every script that was fine before, all of this was fine. But now, because of this one error, it killed everything. The entire program is gone, right? So you must check those errors. All right. So now what I can solve this, I need to store a value on age, and I'm going to say 21. Now this is just going to print out 21, of course. Okay. So I can actually say, I can say, look at this. Here I'm going to use backticks. All right. So this is a backtick. Don't confuse it with a single quote. This is a backtick. You find it next to one there on the keyboard. All right. So I can say something like dollar. So in this way, I'm escaping a string, and I can say first name. Remember, I do have first name, and I'm gonna say backtick, and I'm gonna put a single quote and say something's and then dollar, or I can say age is and then dollar to escape the string and go and select the age there. And I'm going to say years years old. So look how, what is that going to print? So it's going to say Maria's age is 21 years old. Isn't that cool? Maria's age is 21 years old. So where is this coming from? Remember, we have a first name there. We have a variable first name. So we're printing that whatever value. So if I change the first name to something else, if I say first name is, let's change it. So if I say now first name is let's say Sophia. All right. So now it's gonna vary. Whatever value that is stored on first name, it's gonna be printed here. All right. And also of course the age. So let's go and have a look there. And it says now Sophia's age is 21 years old. You see now. So that is variables. I want to do one I want to do one example quickly. Can I go back to the index? Don't worry, I'm going to let you type when we're done. So on the index, I'm going to create, I'm going to have like a button. All right. And this button is just going to say, click me, please. Yeah. All right. So we've got a click me button. And then I'm going to go back here. So what I'm going to do with it button, I'm going to find it with JavaScript now. So I can say const button. So if I know that, or btn, if I know that I'm not going to change it, and then I can put it on constants. Remember, a constant is a variable that is unchangeable. All right. And instead, I'm going to say document dot, no, it's document dot We can use query selector for this. Query selector, I will explain this later on. You can use query selector, and I want to select a button, any button there. All right. Right now we only have one button. So let's console log the button and see console.log btn. So you'll see this is just holding that button. All right. So if we go and check there, then we can see this button that says click me, which is this one here. All right. So we just so what I did, I took that button, that entire button, I put it on a variable. You see now. You see. We take that entire button, we put it in that variable called btn. All right. Anyway, I'm going to remove this. So now what we want to do, we can say btn dot on click. So when we click it on click, so we can add an event there. So because that is a button, meaning it's clickable, and we can have something like this means a function. Okay, I will explain this a little bit later on. Right now I know it won't make any sense until we do functions, but basically I'm just creating a function, a callback function. Okay, and here I'm gonna say let name. Don't I have name somewhere here? No, I don't. And then let name equals prompt, and I can say what is your name? All right. And then I can say console, or I can just say document dot body dot inner HTML, and I'm going to say hi. I'm going to use backticks again. I'm going to say hi, and then $ name. All right, so check what this does. So we put this in a variable. So we put like a question, a prompt question in a variable, and then we come back and say, all right, we want, when we get it, when someone types it in that prompt, all right, we want to print that name with hi. Let's put a comma there. All right. So let's look at that now. So we're gonna go and say. So if I click in this one, I have an error on line 23. Line 23. Okay, I've got this. I don't know. What did I do here? This is fine. So why is this a problem? Or maybe aren't we supposed to code this? No, we have to code it. We have to code it. So why is it a problem? All right, so let's have a look. So it says unexpected token on line 23. Prompt. Oh, here is a problem. Here's a problem. We need to do like this here. So that was the problem. Okay, so I can go back to my single code. Actually, it was not, there was nothing wrong with the single code. So that was a problem there, so that should be fine. So now if I click this guy and then I get a prompt, what is your name? My name is Steve. And if I click OK, and then it says hi Steve. You see now how we can manipulate this. Actually, I want to put this on an HY so that it's kind of bigger. So I can say H1 here, and H1 there. So you can remember what I said. I said to you, you can always put you can put HTML elements that never existed. So now we're putting H1 through JavaScript. You see that? So if we go back and check this and say, click me, what is your name? My name is Steve, and click OK. Now it says, hi, Steve. All right. So in this example that you just did, the button runs a couple of code, right? So the first line pops up the box, all right, on the screen and asks to, and then it's asking what's your name, and then it stores that value, whatever value it's getting there, whatever value you're going to type, it's going to store it in this name variable, right? And then the second line here, it displays the message or the welcome message and the name taken from the variable. All right. So and the value that is taken from the variable. All right. That's how we can use variables. All right, guys. We're gonna end here for today because we went past of our time.